So what is our topic? Reproduction in the animals. Okay.
Yes.
So first, what is the definition of the reproduction? What is the definition? So before going to that, we will discuss about the life process definition. Life process definition. Okay. All the living organism, all the living organism, all the living organisms have some basic process that occurs in the body of the organism. These are help to the survival and perpetuation survival and continuity. Okay. So that means what is the definition of the life process? All the living organisms like plants and animals have some basic process occurs in the body of the organism that help to the survive and perpetuation or continue to their races is called life process. For example, what are the examples of that life process? First one is the digestion. Second one is the respiration. Third one is the circulation. Fourth one is the excretion. Okay. And fifth one is the nervous system, and sixth one is the reproduction. So what is the meaning of the digestion? Digestion means complex molecule converted into the simple molecule is called digestion. Complex molecule converted into the simple molecule is called digestion. If you are take that complex molecule that converted into the simple molecule with the help of the digestion, so that's why that food is digested with the help of the digestion. There is no digestion, there is no complex molecule converted into the simple molecule. Okay. Second one is the respiration. Respiration is the important life process that energy generating system through the respiratory system. Okay, energy generating system. So which system is the energy generating system? Respiration is the energy generating system. Okay, so that's why respiration is the important life process. What is the respiratory organ? Lungs is the respiratory organ. And circulatory system. We can eat the solid food. We can drink the liquid material, and we can breathe that oxygen gas. Okay. So these are the distributed throughout the body through the help of the circulatory system. So in our human body, the main important parts of the circulatory system is the heart, blood vessels. Okay, these are the very important. Next, when the metabolic, so the circulatory system is the important life process. Next one is the excretion. So when the metabolic activities are occur in our body, waste materials are formed. That waste material we can store it in the body. Is it stored? Is it good? No. So that's why that waste material we can send outside of the body. Which system help to that waste material they can send outside of the body? Excretory system. Excretory system they can send what are the waste materials are formed, that was waste material to become a toxic substances or poisonous substances. Okay, so that's why so these waste materials are the we can send outside of the body through the excretory system. Okay. Next one is the nervous system. In our human body, actually control and coordination occurs in our human body through the two types of the system. One is the endocrine system, second one is the nervous system. Okay, endocrine system or nervous system. Endocrine system within the body, that control and coordination occur through the endocrine system. Outside of the body, that control and coordination occur through the nervous system. Okay, so that's why next, last one. So these are the life process help to the survival of the organism. But reproduction is the important life process because they can continue to their races. So our topic is the reproduction. What is our topic? Reproduction. What is the definition of the reproduction? Reproduction definition: the ability of the organism to produce new generation of individual of the same species is called reproduction. Definition once you can see. The ability of the organism to produce new generation of the individual of the same species. That means cow giving to the calf, dog giving to the puppy, human being giving to the small baby. Okay, so like so tiger giving to the another small tiger, like so same species is called reproduction. So why that? So reproduction is the important life process because it continue to their races. Reproduction is important life process okay, because it is continue their races. Okay, next another point here. So you know very well, organisms will die. Organisms will die due to the Due to the reasons what? Due to the, okay, due to the old age, due to the old age, due to the accidents, okay, due to the diseases, organisms will die. Organisms will die. Okay, organisms will die due to the reason old age, accidents, diseases. So, which of the life process help to continue to their races? That is nothing but reproduction. Reproduction. Okay. So the ability of the organism to produce new generation of the individual of the same species is called reproduction. Reproduction is the important life process because continue to their races, increase their number. So that's why reproduction is the important life process. In animals, so our topic is the reproduction in animals. Reproduction in animals. Okay. Reproduction in the animals. Actually, how many types of the reproductions are present in the animals? Two types of the reproductions are present. One is the asexual. Somebody is talking, any problem? Is it clear? My voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
So first one is the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Second one is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Sexual, how many types of the reproductions are present? Two types of the reproductions are present. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So now we can discuss about the differences between the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So this is the asexual reproduction. This is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. So first difference. Okay. Asexual reproduction only occurs required to the only one organism. Only one organism is required. Only one of the organism is required. Here in the sexual reproduction, one or two organisms are required. Are you understand? In the asexual reproduction, only one of the organism is the required. In the sexual reproduction, one or two organisms are required. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, here, So that means here male organism, female organism is required. Two organisms, not only one organism. Here only one is required. Second point, these are the organisms, okay, in the sexual reproduction, gametes are formed. Gametes are formed. Here, there is no production of gamete. No production of gametes. No production of gametes. Okay. In that asexual reproduction, there is no production of the gamete. Here, in the sexual reproduction, male organism produces to the male gamete, female organism produces to the female gamete. Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Third point, okay, in that third point what? No fusion of the gametes. No fusion of the gametes. No fusion of the gametes. Here male gametes and female gametes fusion takes place. That means fusion of the male gamete, female gamete is nothing but what? Fusion of the male gamete and female gamete is nothing but what? Huh? Oh, here fertilization takes place. Next, this is the third point. Next, fourth point, in the asexual reproduction, especially these are the organisms, we can see the only mitotic division only. Mitotic cell division only. Here, in this sexual reproduction, mitotic division is continue through the meiotic division. What is that? Meiotic division. Here very important point, especially in the asexual reproduction, mitotic division. Mitotic division means if, for example, if the one cell is present, this is the cell. This cell, when the mitotic division takes place, this actually, okay, same size, same structure, same functions of that mother cell. Okay, so that is the mitotic division. Generally, if you are playing the games, any injuries are occur within that, that is the disappear, that is the cell division is nothing but mitotic division. Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
when the gametes, for example, what is the male sex organ? Male sex organ. What? Testis. Testis. These testis produces what? Sperms. What is that? Sperms. Sperms also known as the spermatozoa. Spermatozoa. What it is?
Spermatozoa.
Spermatozoa. These are the spermatozoa is nothing but male
Reproduction gamete.
male gamete. Okay. What is the female reproductive organ?
Ovaries.
Ovaries. Okay. Female reproductive organ. Female reproductive organ. Reproductive organ. Okay. What is that?
Ovary.
Ovaries. These ovaries produces to the ova.
Ovules.
Ova. This ova is nothing but ovule. Ovule is the female gamete. Female gamete. These are the male gamete and female gamete fusion takes place.
Fertilization.
So sperms. Okay. This is the haploid condition. Ovule. This is also haploid in condition. When this fusion takes place, okay, zygote is formed. Zygote always diploid in condition to set up the chromosomes. That zygote developed into the embryo. Embryo gives rise to the new baby.
Yes, sir.
So here my point is, these are the organisms only mitotic cell division is occur. Here in this mitotic division is continued through the meiotic division. Next point. This is the asexual reproduction. This is the sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, that parent characters, okay, parent characters transformed, okay, exact parent characters are transferred to the parent to the progeny. In the asexual reproduction, what are the parental characters are present? That parental characters are transferred to the parent to the progeny. Okay. But here in the asexual reproduction, what happened? Half of the father character, half of the mother character, and sometimes it may be what happened? Ancestors characters also transferred. Who are the ancestors? Ancestors means like our grandfather, grandmother. So that means fifth point is, in the asexual reproduction, what are the characters are present in the parent? That exact parent characters are formed. So that's why there is no new organism we can see in the asexual reproduction. How is the parent is present? Their size, their shape, their structure, their function, 100% of the parent characters we can see in the asexual reproduction. But in the sexual reproduction, what happened? Actually, gametes formation. In that gamete formation, meiosis division takes place. So that's why only half of the characters we are getting from the father, half of the characters are getting from the mother, and some of the new characters we are getting from the our ancestor like grandfather, grandmother. So that's why new characters we can see in that, especially in the sexual reproduction. Next point. In the asexual reproduction. Okay. So these are not used for the. This is not used for the. Not used for the natural selection. Natural selection or evolution. Okay. Here in the sexual reproduction, so actually we are getting to the new characters of the organism. Okay, new characters of the organisms. So that's why this is the very useful to the evolution or very useful to the natural selection. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Once we will discuss what. So reproduction in the animal. So life process definition, all the living organisms have some of the basic process that occurs in the body of the organism. These are the life process help to the survival and continue of their races is called life process. Life process is the example digestion, respiration, circulation, excretion, nervous system, reproduction. In this only digestion, respiration, circulation, excretion, nervous system, these are the help to that survival of the organism. Only reproduction is the continue to their races, increase their number. Next, reproduction. Reproduction means the ability of the organism to produce new generation of the individual of the same species is called reproduction. Reproduction is the important life process because it continue to their races. Why they are continue to their races? Every organism will die due to the reason old age, accident, diseases. So that's why anytime it will occur. So that's why if there is no reproduction, there is no continuity of their races. So that's why only continuity occur through the reproduction only. So that's why reproduction is the important life process. They can increase their number, they can continue their number. Next. So reproduction, actually two types of the reproductions we can see in the animal. One is the asexual reproduction, second one is the sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So differences between the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So in this asexual reproduction, only one of the organism participate are required for the asexual reproduction. But in the sexual reproduction, male organism, female organism, two organisms are required. So there is no two organism, there is no sexual reproduction. Next, in the asexual reproduction, no production of the gametes. In this asexual reproduction, gametes are not produced. Okay. Next here, so in the sexual reproduction, male organism produces to the male gamete, female organism produces to the female gametes. Okay. So gametes we can see in the especially that sexual reproduction. Why? Because why the gametes are formed? Actually in the human being, constant chromosome number is the 46 chromosomes. That 46 chromosomes we are getting from the 23 chromosomes from the father, 23 chromosomes from the mother. Okay. If there is no production of the gamete, that time actually meiosis cell division takes place. So that's why reduced to the half of the chromosome. So that's why in the human being constant chromosome numbers are present. Okay. Next, here no fusion of the male gamete and female gamete in the sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, male gametes produces to the male organism produces to the male gamete and female organism produces to the female gamete. Fusion of the male gamete and female gamete takes place. That is nothing but fertilization. Fertilization we can see in the sexual reproduction. If you see the plants, two things are very very important. One is the pollination and the second one is the fertilization. Pollination means pollen grains reach to the anther to the stigma is called pollination. Fertilization means fusion of the male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization takes place what formed? Zygote is formed. That zygote always in the diploid in condition. That zygote developed into the embryo. Embryo gives rise to the new baby. Okay. Next, here in the sexual reproduction, these are the organisms only mitotic cell division takes place. For example, if you are playing to the kabaddi, if any injuries are occur, how many days it's cure? If you are playing any games, if injuries are occurred, how many days taking to the time cure that injuries?
5 6 days.
So that is the which type of the cell division? Mitotic division. Mitotic division, what is the characteristic feature? How is the parent is there that the size, shape, structure, function same is equally to the parent. Okay. But here in the sexual reproduction generally we can see that mitotic division is continuous the meiotic division. When the meiotic division only occurs in the reproductive cells only. When the meiotic division is occur, gamete formation reduced to the half of the chromosome cells. So meiotic division also known as the reduction division. Why? Because reduced to the half of the chromosome number. So actually in the female reproductive system, female organ is the called ovaries. Ovaries produces to the female gamete is the ova. Okay. So male sex organ is the testis. Testis produces to the sperms or spermatozoa. This is called male gamete. Fusion of the male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization takes place. Zygote is formed. That zygote is developed into the embryo. Embryo gives rise to the new baby. Next, sperms. How many set of the chromosomes are present? Actually, in the human being, 46 chromosomes are present. In that male also 46, female also 46. When the gamete formation, how many chromosomes are present? 23 chromosomes are present. These 23, 22 is known as the autosomes. One is the sex chromosome. Okay. X here. Okay. 22 plus X. So this fusion of the male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. Fertilization takes place. Zygote. Zygote developed into the embryo. Next, in that, so actually in that sexual reproduction, what happened? What are the parent characters? That parent exact characters are transferred to the parent to the progeny because in the size, in the shape, in the structure, in the function same as usual to the parents. But in the sexual reproduction, okay, so half of the characters we are getting from the father, half of the characters we are getting from the mother, and some of the characters we are getting from our ancestor like grandfather and grandmother. Okay. Next, last point, especially in the asexual reproduction, this is not useful to the natural selection in the evolution. Why? Because nature always select to the new characters or variation. Variation is the required to that nature. Variation is the required to the nature. But in that asexual reproduction, any new characters we can see? We can see any new characters? Avinash? No. No. So we cannot see. So in the sexual reproduction, actually new characters we can see in the organism, so that's why sexual reproduction is the very advanced method of the reproduction. Sexual reproduction is the very active and energetic and very advanced method of the reproduction. New organism, new characters we can see in the only for the sexual reproduction only. Okay, these are the about that introduction of the reproduction. Are you any doubts from that?
No, sir.
Next, do you know what are the oviparous and viviparous?
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of the oviparous? Can you tell me?
The oviparous means the embryo which can lay eggs on the form into
Yes, especially which of the organism they can lay the eggs they are giving to the birth. So that is known as the oviparous. Example: birds, frog, lizard, insect. Viviparous means especially which of the organism they are directly giving to the birth new animals, that is called viviparous. Viviparous example is the human beings, cow, buffalo, like that. Okay.
yes.
So actually in the sexual reproduction in our textbook they are given two types of the sexual reproduction. One is the especially binary fission. One is the binary fission. Second one is the budding. Second one is the budding. Okay, binary fission and budding. So next in the sexual reproduction how it is occurs in the human being. Okay, what are the sexual part, how it is fertilization takes place, how the development of the embryo, each and everything we can discuss in that detailed way. Today topic, are you understand, are you enjoyed?
Yes.
Any doubts you can please inform to me.
No doubts.
Huh?
No doubts.
So is it clear? If you in your regular classes also, if you have the doubt, please ask. Hmm? Shall I close the session? So very good evening. Have a nice day. Thank you. So next class we will continue to the reproduction in the animals. Okay?
Yes.
Right. Thank you.